happiness for everybody.
Hallelujah. And you know what? Sometimes it's easier, especially for women, to look at it that way. Because what do you want most for your kids? You want them to be happy. You want them to be fulfilled and prosperous on as many levels as possible. How do they achieve that? And if you're really honest with yourself, and even if you don't embrace this yourself, but it's by them loving their lives and loving who they are first, and then they can create that. So you're absolutely right. It's a gift to your children. It's a gift to your partner, your married or unmarried partner, because you teach them that by your example that I'm caring for myself, you need to do the same. And together we can care for each other. And your children see that as an example, and then they emulate that unbeknownst to themselves, and they expect respect from others. They expect to be happy, and they expect to be fulfilled in their lives, and they do the things and they make the choices that make that happen.
Absolutely, and they're living life on a totally different frequency.
Exactly.
You know, from a sort of a law of attraction point of view, the vibration is different, and so they're automatically attracting more of joy, love, happiness, peace, relaxation into their lives.
Exactly, and that word naturally comes is so important. It's just like if people understand how your metabolism works. If you exercise frequently, when you're at rest is when your body is really most managing your weight. When you burn calories and when you really reduce and you build muscle mass is when you're at rest. And if you live a life of energy that you feel from within, while you're resting, you're attracting into your life all the positivity that you want. Because unfortunately, what you fear most in your life is what you manifest for yourself.
Absolutely, and there's a comment here from Hubba Hubba from the UK, and he's saying that he had a bully stepdad, and all he knows is how to be tough or not tough. So, what would you say to Hubba Hubba in the UK about bullying, particularly within the family?
Hubba Hubba, I had a similar upbringing. There was a lot of physical abuse in my family as well as alcoholism, and it's funny, when I had my daughter, when I became pregnant at 26, and I had to face the prospect of becoming a mother, when my own mother was a horrible example. And I don't mind saying that. It's true. What I learned was, by knowing what not to do, I learned what to do. And if you really just understand that what you went through or what you're going through is by will of someone else, you have freedom of choice, and you have freedom to examine yourself. And I would suggest getting some help. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a psychologist. It doesn't have to be a life coach. Somebody you trust in your life that lets you bounce ideas off of them without judging you. And that's the key part, because even an opinion is a judgment. You have to be really careful. And you really want to look at yourself and say, what is it that I don't like about myself? I feel like I'm a bully. I feel like I only know aggression or anger. And really examine that, because you can decide to change that. Unless there's a chemical imbalance that needs treatment, which is a whole nother aspect, and I don't want to claim to understand, especially, or diagnose anybody with anything. I'm not qualified. But what I want you to do is you really need to look at yourself and what you feel you want to change. And then you need to surround yourself with the things and activities that promote and support those types of changes, even if it means solitude, and really pushing away from the things in your life that you feel are contribute to that. You don't want to do things in a big way, because again, a big